Over 50? 2 essential exercises to quickly build stronger legs. If you're over 50 and your legs don't feel as strong as they used to, you're not alone. Most people notice it first when climbing stairs, getting up from a chair, or standing for long periods. The legs start feeling heavy. Balance feels less steady. And movements that used to be automatic suddenly take effort. But here's the important truth most people never hear. Weak legs are not an age problem. They are a use problem. Your legs are designed to stay strong for life, but only if they are challenged in the right way. Not with extreme workouts, not with painful routines, and definitely not with exercises meant for 20-year-olds. What your body needs after 50 is simple, consistent, and smart movement. Today, I want to share 2 essential exercises that can quickly rebuild leg strength if you're over 50. These are not trendy exercises. They are not complicated. And they don't require machines, heavy weights, or long workouts. These 2 movements train the exact muscles responsible for standing, walking, climbing, and staying independent. When done correctly and consistently, they can dramatically improve leg strength, stability, and confidence in daily life. Before we get into the exercises, there's something important you need to understand. After 50, muscle loss doesn't happen evenly across the body. The legs weaken faster than the arms and upper body. This is because modern life has quietly removed the need for strong legs. We sit more. We walk less. We rely on cars, elevators, and chairs. Over time, the muscles that keep us upright slowly switch off. The good news is that leg muscles respond very quickly to training, even later in life. Research and real-world experience both show that older adults can regain strength faster than they expect, as long as the exercises are simple and done consistently. You don't need 10 exercises. You don't need an hour a day. You need the right movements. The first essential exercise is one that most people underestimate because it looks too simple. But it may be the most powerful leg strengthening movement for people over 50. That exercise is the sit to stand. This is not a squat. This is not a gym exercise. This is a real-life movement that directly trains independence. Every time you sit down and stand up, your legs are working. But over time, many people start using momentum, their hands, or leaning forward too much to compensate for weak muscles. The sit-to-stand exercise retrains your body to use your legs properly again. To do this exercise, you start by sitting on a sturdy chair. Your feet are flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Your knees are roughly over your ankles. Your back is tall but relaxed. Before standing, take a moment to feel your feet pressing into the floor. This connection matters more than people realize. Strong legs start with stable feet. Now, lean forward slightly from the hips, keeping your chest open. Push through your feet and stand up using your legs. Try not to use your hands if you can. Once standing, pause for a moment, then slowly sit back down under control. That slow, controlled movement is where the strength is built. At first, this may feel harder than expected. That's normal. Most people discover very quickly which leg is stronger and which one is weaker. This exercise exposes imbalances that have been hiding for years. The key is control, not speed. If standing without using your hands is too difficult, that's okay. You can lightly touch the chair or your thighs for support. Over time, as your strength improves, you gradually rely less on assistance. This exercise works the thighs, the hips, the glutes, and even the muscles around the knees. More importantly, it trains coordination and balance, which are just as important as strength after 50. You can start with as few as 5 repetitions. Rest. Then do another 5. Over time, you can build up to 10 or even 15 repetitions in one set. Quality always matters more than quantity. If you do nothing else for your legs, practicing sit-to-stands daily will make a noticeable difference in how strong and capable you feel. Now let's talk about the second essential exercise. This one focuses on balance, stability, and single leg strength. And this is where many people over 50 struggle the most. The second exercise is the supported step-back lunge. Now, don't let the word lunge scare you. This is not a deep, aggressive movement. It's gentle, controlled, and adapted specifically for older bodies. The reason this exercise is so important is because walking, climbing stairs, and preventing falls all rely on the ability to support your weight on one leg at a time. If your body never trains single leg strength, weakness and instability slowly increase. To do this exercise, stand near a wall, countertop, or sturdy chair so you can hold on lightly for balance. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Now, take one foot and step it back slightly, keeping the toes pointing forward. Most of your weight stays on the front leg. The back foot is there mainly for balance. Bend the front knee slightly and allow the back knee to bend as well, lowering your body just a small amount. This is not about going deep. It's about control and alignment. Then gently press through the front foot to return to standing. What matters most here is how stable you feel. If your knee wobbles or your balance feels shaky, that's valuable information. It shows which muscles need strengthening. Start with just a few repetitions on one side, then switch legs. Move slowly. Breathe naturally. Focus on feeling the muscles in your thighs and hips doing the work. This exercise strengthens the legs in a way that directly translates to daily life. It also improves coordination between the brain and muscles, which is critical for balance as we age. If stepping back feels uncomfortable at first, you can reduce the movement even more. The goal is not to push through discomfort. The goal is to train confidence and control. When these two exercises are combined, something powerful happens. The sit-to-stand builds overall leg strength and confidence in basic movements. The step-back lunge improves balance, stability, and single-leg control. Together, they cover almost everything your legs need to stay strong and reliable. You don't need to do them every day if your body feels tired. 3 to 4 times a week is more than enough. Consistency matters far more than intensity. One of the biggest mistakes people make after 50 is assuming that leg pain or weakness means they should stop moving. In reality, the opposite is usually true. Gentle, controlled strength work is often what the legs are craving. As you practice these exercises over time, you may notice unexpected benefits. Walking feels easier. Stairs feel less intimidating. Standing up no longer requires planning. Your posture improves. Even your confidence changes. Strong legs don't just support the body. They support independence. It's also important to understand that progress after 50 doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it shows up as feeling steadier. Sometimes it's less fatigue. Sometimes it's simply not thinking about your legs anymore because they just work. That is real progress. If you've avoided leg exercises in the past because they felt too hard or too intimidating, these two movements offer a safe place to start. They meet your body where it is today, not where it was 20 years ago. Remember, strength is not about punishment. It's about preparation. Every repetition is teaching your body how to support you better. If you stay patient, stay consistent, and respect your body's signals, your legs can become stronger at any age. You don't need perfection. You don't need pain. You just need to move with intention. Strong legs are built one controlled movement at a time. And the best time to start is now. As you continue practicing these two exercises, something important begins to change that many people don't expect. It's not just strength that improves. It's trust. Trust in your legs. Trust in your balance. Trust in your body to support you without hesitation. For many people over 50, the real problem isn't just weak legs. It's the quiet fear that develops over time. Fear of falling. Fear of pain. Fear of not being able to get back up once you're down. That fear causes people to move less, and moving less makes the legs even weaker. These two exercises gently break that cycle. When you stand up from a chair without using your hands, your brain relearns that your legs are capable. When you step back into a controlled lunge and remain steady, your nervous system recalibrates balance and coordination. This is how real confidence is rebuilt. It's important to understand that leg strength after 50 is not just about muscles. It's about communication between the brain and the body. Slow, controlled movements send stronger signals than fast, rushed ones. That's why speed is not your goal. Awareness is. If some days your legs feel stiff or heavy, that doesn't mean you should stop completely. It usually means you should reduce the range of motion and slow things down even more. On those days, fewer repetitions done well are more valuable than pushing through fatigue. There may also be days when one leg feels stronger than the other. That's extremely common. Most people develop a dominant side without realizing it. The supported step-back lunge is especially useful here because it reveals those imbalances safely. If one side feels shaky, that's the side that needs patience, not pressure. Over time, the difference between your legs will shrink naturally. Another key point many people miss is breathing. Holding your breath during movement creates tension and reduces stability. A simple rule is to exhale gently as you stand up or push through the front leg, and inhale as you return to the starting position. Calm breathing keeps your movements smooth and controlled. Now let's talk about how quickly you can expect results. Most people notice small changes within 2 weeks. Standing up feels easier. Walking feels lighter. There's less hesitation when changing direction. These early changes are largely neurological, meaning your brain is getting better at using the muscles you already have. Actual muscle strength increases usually become noticeable after 3 to 4 weeks of consistent practice. Clothes may fit differently around the thighs. Stairs feel less demanding. Fatigue decreases. This timeline surprises many people because they assume meaningful strength gains take months. After 50, the body still adapts remarkably well when given the right stimulus. What matters most is not doing more exercises. It's doing these two consistently. You can structure them simply. Sit to stands first while your body is fresh, followed by supported step-back lunges. Rest when needed. There is no rush. If you want to increase difficulty later on, you don't need to add weights right away. You can slow the movement further, pause briefly at the bottom of the sit to stand, or reduce how much you hold on to support during the lunge. Small changes create big progress. One important reminder is that soreness is not a requirement for success. Mild muscle awareness is normal, but sharp pain or joint discomfort is a sign to reduce range or rest. Strong legs are built through consistency, not suffering. As these exercises become part of your routine, you may start noticing benefits outside of physical strength. Better posture. Improved circulation. More energy throughout the day. Even mood can improve, because movement sends powerful signals to the brain. Strong legs support more than just movement. They support confidence, independence, and quality of life. Many people believe that losing leg strength is inevitable with age. That belief is outdated. What's inevitable is adaptation to lifestyle. If you sit more, your body adapts to sitting. If you stand, step, and rise regularly, your body adapts to strength. These two exercises restore movements your body already understands. There's nothing unnatural about them. You've been doing versions of them your entire life. Now you're simply practicing them with intention. If you ever feel discouraged, remember this. Progress after 50 is not about how hard you push. It's about how consistently you show up. Even 5 minutes done regularly can change how your legs feel and function. You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You don't need perfect form. You need patience, awareness, and repetition. Strong legs are not built in dramatic moments. They are built quietly, one controlled movement at a time, in the same space where you live your daily life. And every time you stand up with control or step back with stability, you're investing in your future mobility. That investment pays off in freedom, confidence, and independence. And that is always worth it.